JR Tips Smart Money, NFL Picks and Predictions, where we bring elite, syndicate-level sports picks to the everyday public bettor. Jimmy Riley has over 30 years of experience in sports betting. Join us weekly as we demystify the system behind consistently picking NFL winning teams.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome for another week of NFL predictions and college football picks here at jrtips.com. This is Jimmy Riley, and today we are going to go over a free pick for Thursday night's first football game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. We're coming off a 16-12 week with overall MLB picks, college football picks. And this week we start the NFL season, in which we were a solid 67% with overall premium NFL plays and 70.4% with VIP plays the last 5 years. Let's take a closer look at the AFC matchup from a betting perspective. Now in this game, the Baltimore Ravens right now are a 7.5-point underdog, while the Denver Broncos total is also 49.5 points. The Broncos are rated number 1 in the JR Tips power rankings for this season, while the Ravens come into the season ranked number 15. The Ravens, of course, beat the Broncos in last year's playoff game 38-35 in overtime as a 9.5-point underdog. In that game, Joe Flacco threw for 335 yards and 3 touchdowns. Including the playoff, the Ravens averaged 400.6 yards per game and 27.3 points per game, and they actually stepped it up in the playoffs, averaging 410.3 yards a game and a total of 31 points a game. With another year under Jim Caldwell, the former Indianapolis coach, the Ravens expect to even pick it up even more this year. The Ravens bring everyone back on offense except for Antoine Bolden, who was traded to the San Francisco 49ers, and Dennis Pitta, who was hurt in the preseason. Jim Caldwell expects to run a fast, up-tempo offense this season, using Flacco's best attribute, which is throwing the long ball. The Ravens look good in the preseason, showing no signs of slowing down as they put up 44 points, 27 points, and 27 points in the first three games of the preseason in which the starters did play. On the defensive side of the ball, the Ravens should actually be a little better, even though they lost 2 Hall of Fame players, and Ray Lewis, who retired, and Ed Reed, who was traded to the San Francisco 49ers. This year, they bring back Terrell Suggs, who's healthy, who played last year without being healthy, and he should help dominate and put pressure on the quarterbacks for the Baltimore Ravens. So look for the defense, even though they lost 2 Hall of Famers, to be actually better last year. Last year, their statistics in the defense weren't very good as they were 22nd in the league in defense, but did play much better in the playoffs. This defense will have to go against a Bronco team who was actually number 2 in the NFL last year in offensive production. The Broncos come into this season projected to be one of the best Bronco teams in history, even better than the Super Bowl team with John Elway and Terrell Davis. Quarterback Peyton Manning will have plenty of options to throw to in his passing game, with Eric Decker, who caught 85 passes, and Demaryius Thomas, who caught 95 passes, combining for 297 touches and 29 touchdowns in the year 2012. They also added Wes Welker from the New England Patriots and have a tight end in Julius Thomas, who is 6'5", athletic, and will make a name for himself this year in 2013. The Broncos, whose offense averaged 68.13 plays per game behind only New England, who is number 1 in the league at 75 per game, added some nuances this year to their offense that will increase production and even run a faster paced offense. Denver showed some of these nuances in the preseason throughout training camp as Manning and company ran a whopping 49 plays in the first half of their third preseason game against the St. Louis Rams, gaining an impressive 290 yards and holding the ball for 19 out of the 30 minutes of the first half. Denver had 190 offense possessions last year in the 2012 season and scored 481 points, which turns out to be an average of 2.5 points every time they touch the ball. So at this pace, Denver could possibly run 100 snaps per game and break major offensive records. The problem for the Broncos won't be their offense, but their defense is a question mark. This defense allowed 289 points last year, was fourth in the league, but will have to play with one of the top pass rushers in all of football, Von Miller, not to mention Elvis Dumervil, who is lining up for the Baltimore Ravens this season. Future Hall of Famer Champ Bailey suffered a serious foot sprain and is questionable for this game, but word is he probably will not play. Here are some important stats when looking at this game. The Ravens are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games of Week 1. The Ravens are 4-0 in their last 4 games overall. The Broncos are 20-7-1 against the spread in their last 28 home games. The Broncos are 3-0-1 against their last 4 AFC teams. The over is 4-0 in the Ravens preseason. And the league average in points has gone up the past 4 years. In 2009, the average number of snaps was 95 per game, and now the average number of snaps is 1,027. In this game, you can look for a lot of offenses. Both teams will play an up-tempo type style of game and will put the ball downfield with their skilled players. This total right now is at 48.5 points. It's moving, and it will move before game time, but there's no doubt that this game will go way over the total. Even if this line goes to 50, take over the total. You can look for a score about 31-27 in this game, but the best side to bet on is over the Vegas total with Baltimore-Denver. Check back with us next week as we will have a prediction for actually this Sunday's game, the start of the NFL season. So check back with us for the next free pick winner at JR Tips NFL Picks and College Football Prediction.
Last season, a bettor with a $1,000 bankroll saw profits of $84,620 in just 5 months. Our current special guarantees 8 net winners a month. Visit jrtips.com to learn more and sign up to receive winning picks free via email or text message.